Hello everyone, thank you for the opportunity to contribute to your AGM. I just wanted to share a few thoughts and impressions of the WEA and also to thank all of you for the amazing job you do in terms of supporting the WEA, not just in terms of today, but what you've done in the past and how I'd like to carry that forward for the future. So first and foremost, I'd like to share recent work we've done on the vision and the mission and the values of the WEA, because one of my key tasks, I think, is to try and represent all of that in the outside world and to garner and gather support for it, because it's so important. So if we take the vision first of all, let me just read out to you the words we've just recently agreed. We want a better world, equal, democratic and just. Through adult education, the WEA challenges and inspires individuals, communities and society. That is a huge and compelling vision, and we need your support to deliver it. That immediately takes me on to the mission statement for the WEA. And again, I'm going to read it to you because I think, again, the words are very important and they're only very recently agreed with you all in the public consultation that we did. First of all, our mission is to raise educational aspiration. It's also to bring great teaching into community. It's to ensure opportunity for adults to return to learn at any stage in their career. It's to develop educational resources for disadvantaged people. It's to involve students and members and our volunteers in our social purpose. And finally, it's to inspire our students, our teachers, and everyone who's involved with the WEA, including our stakeholders. So if you take the vision and the mission together, I think it gives a real sense of the WEA facing forward. These are the things we stand for. These are the things we're going to be talking about for as long as I can project into the future. And as for our values, well, we have reaffirmed our values too. And they are to be democratic, to be equal, inclusive, open, and accessible. So many of our institutions in the UK today are accessible to such a few. And we need to ensure that we, the WEA, open doors in people's minds and provide access to first-class educational resources. That's an amazing challenge, and we're never going to be able to do it using the staff resources alone. And that's why you as volunteers are so critically important. We've just been developing our strategic plan for the year. And again, I want to encourage you to go onto the website where that plan will be in the next few days and just have a look at it. Because explicitly in the plan, we recognise the role of volunteers and we recognise the role of our committees and our branches in supporting the WEA. What we're suggesting, it's through 10 strategic priorities and 4 key themes, is that we start to focus the WEA on where we can most make a difference. If I can just talk very briefly about the 4 themes. They are employability, community engagement, health and well-being, and cultural studies. And this year, we'll be using those headings to describe what we do, the impact that we have. We'll be collecting case studies and we'll be doing research which shows the impact of the WEA in 2012 on issues that everybody cares about. Second key thing we're doing in the strategic plan is raising our profile. You told me in my induction that the WEA is brilliant. I agree. But you also told me that the WEA is the best kept secret. I also agree. And that is my challenge. I need to try and give the WEA a voice, nationally, regionally and locally, and you can help me do it. So within our marketing function this year, we're developing an ambassador programme, and I hope many of you as volunteers will get involved with it and become officially ambassadors for the WEA. I know many of you have been unofficially for many years, but this makes it official. And we need to support you then as ambassadors in terms of giving you access to the messages and potentially the platforms from which we would like you to speak, so we can reach many more people. In technical jargon, it's called viral marketing, but you don't need to worry about that. what we will do is enable an ambassador programme to develop for WEA, and Pearl Ryle, Pete Templeton and myself will be working with you to develop that ambassador programme. We know that the worth of our volunteers is very, very hard to describe, but we do know you give over £2 million worth of assistance to us every year if we were to be paying you for the job that you do. We also know that your reach into communities is incredibly important in terms of sustaining the WEA. So this year we're also going to be spending some money on supporting you. We're going to be developing a volunteer support pack, and we're going to be working with you as to how we develop that and how we deliver it. We're also going to be looking at other infrastructure needs that we have, and although a lot of this is quite detailed, you'll find the detail in the strategic plan. And if you've got any questions about any of it, do feel free to ask myself or Pete Templeton or Pearl, and really lean on us now to tell you what we can do for you to make your job a little easier. Can I finish by thanking you and telling you that you've joined the right organisation? WEA has a massive agenda. We're living in very tricky times. Lots of things are getting cut and slashed that really shouldn't be. And we're pretty determined it's not going to be the WEA. Thank you for all your help with the fundraising challenges that we face, and I wish you the very best with the challenges that we've got ahead. Thank you very much.